guys, today's video is going to be about my favorite picks for foundation primer, foundations, concealers, and foundation application tools. So let's get started. So the first things I'm going to start with are going to be my absolute favorite primers for your face. Duh. And one of them is really for oily skin, and one of them I think can be used for all types of skin. So my absolute hands down favorite is this Becca Ever Matte Poreless Priming Perfector, and it looks like this. It comes in this tube. You only really need a little bit of this, and how I use this can be pretty tricky to use once you first get started with face primers. But I usually use this and I rub it in my hands because you need to warm it up or else it can do some funky things to your face. I put it in the palm of my hand, I rub it, and I dab it like right in the center of my forehead, right on my cheeks, on my nose, and on my chin right here, and that's pretty much all I need because this is a pore filler. Makes your pores invisible, so you don't want to actually rub it into the skin. I'll be doing a demo and review on this, so be on the lookout for this. And again, this, it's backwards. So be on the lookout for this. And again, this one is definitely more for girls who have oily skin. If you have dry skin, I'm afraid that this might dry your skin out a little bit, but if you have dry skin, you've tried the Becca primer before, leave me a comment down below so I can know and I can tell you guys. And this one is definitely for everybody, and this is Spackle Under Makeup Primer by Laura Geller. You can get this from QVC or you can get it from Ulta or Hotlick sometimes. Check out that website. But yeah, this one is definitely more, it feels more lotiony, but it definitely dries clear on your face. And it really helps your foundation stay all day. So this is for pretty much all skin types. If you're oily, if you're dry, if you're combo, if you're normal, you can definitely use this primer. Next, now this is the controversial subject of whether you put concealer on before or after foundation. Sometimes I have some hyperpigmentation going over here and usually on my cheekbones, and it just depends on the look I'm going for during the day. If it's a super made up, done up look, then you know, I'll definitely put it on before and a little bit after. But these are my two favorites. I also use the MAC Studio Finish concealer in the little pot, but it's not one of my favorite. So my favorite, hands down, is by IT Cosmetics, and this is Bye Bye Under Eye, and this is in the shade Deep. And it is just, it's exactly the same color as my skin tone, so if you're a few shades darker than me, you can still use this too. It'll be more of a brightening effect under your eyes. And sometimes I even put this like on my face, and it's also really nice. I love this. This is the bigger size. You can get this from QVC. They now sell these at Ulta too, and I just love it so much. It comes out in a little squeeze tube, so you don't get them a lot, and it's just amazing. And it doesn't crease, and it looks really natural, and it also has the words are rubbing off on this one. Collagen and vitamin C and K to really give you a brightened up under eye, which is really nice. My other affordable favorite, this is the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer in Cafe, and as far as I know, this is the darkest color they have, so if you're darker than me, I'm not sure if this would work for you again. And it's just kind of like a lip gloss applicator, and you just put it under your eye or dab it on spots. This one is a little too runny in my opinion to use like all over your face, so it's I definitely keep it only under my eye, but I also really love it. It's awesome. So now, here are my heavy hitters for foundation. Let's see, which one's my favorite? I'm just going to pick because I can't choose. So this one, and I mentioned before that I have oily skin. This is the NARS Sheer Glow Foundation, and this is in the color Macao, and yeah, I think this is Macao, yeah. So I use this pretty much every day. The only thing I don't use this is that my beauty blender. If you are familiar with the beauty blender, I'll be showing it a little later. It can kind of give your skin a dewy finish, and since this is already like a sheer glow type, semi-dewy type, what's that word? Semi-dewy foundation finish, I don't need extra dew, so I definitely don't use this with my beauty blender. And there's also a sheer matte foundation. I haven't tried that. I just think the sheer glow is really pretty, and it gives me a nice healthy glow on my face. I'm actually wearing this today, and I love it. Only thing, even though you can get this from Sephora and you can buy the pump for, I think it's like $6 extra. I don't have it, and I've had this for a while. It's hard to get out. You're just like dumping out your hand or whatever. And that's another tip. So if you're out testing out foundations And once you get really good at finding your match, because I can pretty much put it on my hand and know whether it's going to work for me or not, once you get good at that, you can do it that way. Until you get really good at something, like picking out foundations, you can definitely test it on your jawline so that if you're wearing any other makeup, it doesn't, you know, don't test it on your whole face and it looks crazy. Don't do that. Just do a little bit, like right back here. If it matches, then great. If it doesn't, keep finding. Keep trying, keep finding a shade. I am really good with drugstore because I have 2 drugstore foundations and 2 higher end foundations here, and once you find one drugstore match, it usually I just pick like, oh, I wear this shade and this foundation, so let me pick this up and match it up by the bottle to the drugstore foundations, and that's another way to find your perfect shade. Okay, next I have my Clinique Acne Solutions Liquid Makeup, and this is in the color Fresh Ginger, and this is about $27. Oh, if I didn't mention it, NARS is about 45 maybe. This is about $27 the last time I purchased it, and I really like to use this when my skin is really acting up. It has salicylic acid in it, so it's a good acne fighter, so that it's on your face all day, it's giving you healing and all that good stuff. So I really like this one. This is about a moderate coverage. NARS Your Glow is about mediumly moderate coverage. I'll go with that. This is definitely moderate to buildable to full coverage, and I really love this one when my face is acting up. If you don't want to spend that much money on foundation, you can go for my absolute favorite, almost done. I actually just bought a new one of this today. This is the Revlon Color Stay Makeup, and I am in shade 400 Caramel, and they make 2 different versions of this. They make one for normal to combo skin, and they make one, or normal to dry skin, and this is the combo to oily skin formula. So it's not as greasy as the other formula. The other formula is more moisturizing. This one is a little bit more mattifying. So I really, really love this. I'm in 400 Caramel. This is like the best drugstore foundation, hands down, that I've used, and I just love it so much. So there's this one by Revlon, and my last, this is my newest acquisition, and this is more of my wintertime shade because it's a little bit lighter than the other ones, if you notice. This is from the CoverGirl Queen collection, and if you're not familiar with Queen, it's just the CoverGirl has an extension for brown girls, basically. If you're darker skin, if you're Hispanic or Indian or black or anything like that, you should definitely try out this foundation. I've seen it at CVS, but mostly I see it at Target. And this is their All Day Flawless 3-in-1 Foundation Broad Spectrum SPF Foundation, and this is in the color Brulee. And the 3-in-1 are powder, concealer, and foundation, and it's shine free. And I really, really love this, and I love it even more because it has a pump, and I really, really love using this in my beauty blender. Like, it's just amazing. This is what I've been using most for the past couple of weeks, and I just love it. I'll be doing a review on any of this. If you haven't seen it on my blog, on my YouTube channel, you'll be seeing a review of this, the Laura Geller primer, the Becca primer, and a few other things coming up your way soon. So now, last but not least, I'm going to talk about my favorite foundation tools, and I'm going to start with the Beauty Blender. If you watch beauty YouTube videos, you know exactly what this is, and here's mine. Sometimes they go past, you know, the point of no return, like this one, and it won't get clean no matter what I do. So I have a clean one, but I just haven't used it because this one is just awesome. So yeah, if you're not familiar with Beauty Blender, you wet it and it gets a little bigger, and you just kind of bounce it all over your face. And you can use the pointy side to get under your eyes and things like that. So it's really awesome. It blends foundation beautifully. I love it with my CoverGirl. Love the Beauty Blender. It's just such a useful tool for a lot of different face things. Next, I have a bunch of brushes. So I'll start with this one by IT Cosmetics. It's a dual-ended. I did a review on this when I first got it a few months ago on my blog, and this is for concealer. So you put your concealer on here, and it came with my Bye Bye Under Eye concealer, so these two came together. You put your concealer on, blend it on, put a little powder on this side, and just kind of sweep it in there, and it blends flawlessly into your face. I love this one. Second, I also got that set from QVC if you're curious about IT Cosmetics. I got this from Tarte, and it came with their BB foundation BB cream foundation, something or other that's exclusive to QVC until January. Foundation was way too light for me, but I really kept the brush and it's just awesome. If you can see, it's kind of like slanted here and it's kind of like a paintbrush and it just gets everywhere. It's a lot better than the typical foundation flat brush, which I hate. I can't stand that brush. But this is actually really, really awesome. And it doesn't really absorb product like that, so it definitely is nice and blendable. And I just love this brush from Tarte. I'm not sure what the name of it is. If I find it, I'll leave it down in the description box below. Next, I'm sure if you watch other beauty videos, but you'll see this too, this is a Sigma F80 brush, and I love it. There's nothing like it for an airbrush look for foundation, and you can even use this with powder foundations if you have to. By the way, I don't have a current favorite powder foundation. If you have a powder foundation that you've been loving, leave me a comment below and let me know so I can go try it out. But anyway, this is the flat top kabuki, and I love it. This was like one of my very first blog posts about this brush, and it's just so easy to work with. Like, if you're new to makeup, I think a beauty blender and this F80 will really help you to help your makeup look flawless because they're so easy to use. They're totally foolproof, and I just love them. So my last piece is the more affordable option, and this is by Real Techniques, and this is the Expert Face Brush, and I really, really like this. This is like $8 or $9 from, you can get it from Bed Bath & Beyond if your Bed Bath & Beyond has beauty products. You can get it from Ulta, and I think they have them at Walmart now, not sure. But this is also really, really good and really affordable. It's very dense too, kind of like the F80, so you can just kind of swirl, swirl, swirl all over your face. And your foundation will be perfectly blended in. And that is it. Sorry about that, my SD card got full. So as I was saying, I'll be doing a full foundation concealer routine in the next couple of weeks, and I need to wrap this video up because the sun is setting and my light is going away. So if you're interested in what I'm wearing, I am actually wearing one of those e.l.f. products I got from my e.l.f. beauty bundle. I'll leave the link down below if you haven't seen that video, and I'll be reviewing those in the next couple of weeks as well. And until my next video, bye!